If I were to give you a flashcard and told you you had to repeat the information to me perfectly, how would you go about memorizing it? If you're like most, you'd probably read the card aloud over and over and over until it's burned into your memory. But that's actually one of the least effective ways to memorize, and there's two reasons for that. First, rapid fire repetition uses only your short-term memory, which, as the term suggests, lasts for only a short time. In the real world, when you have to remember something, you don't retrieve the information from your short-term memory, but from your long-term memory. But in order to retrieve something from your long-term memory, you have to first put the information into long-term memory. Memorizing and remembering are two different acts. Second, rapid repetition is unrealistic. It doesn't prepare you for real-life situations. There's a learning proverb that states that if you practice like you play, then you'll play like you practice. Let me put it this way. When you're competing in sports, you typically have the opportunity to warm up a bit, to practice before the actual competition itself. You have that opportunity to kind of get into the zone, to stretch, to relax. But when it comes to remembering information, you rarely have that opportunity. You have to be ready to remember at any given moment. What was that person's name? Which street are we supposed to turn on to? What does that word mean again? It's like those times when you're out in public and you run into someone that you met the other week. Since you didn't know that you'd be seeing that person, you didn't have a chance to rehearse their name, you just had to remember it. So if in the real world you have to be able to remember something without preparation, then you need to memorize that information in such a way that you're not dependent upon preparation. In other words, you need to be able to drive up, get out of the car, walk right into the middle of the competition, and be able to give your best performance without warming up. And the only way to be able to do that is to change up your practice. When it comes to memorizing flashcards, don't read them over and over and over. Simply read the front, try to answer it as best as you can, check your answer, and then move on to the next card. And once you go through the entire deck, shuffle the cards together and repeat the process until you've mastered all the cards.